Hi and welcome to Spice and Pans. Today we'll be cooking Chong Qing Grilled Fish or Chongqing烤鱼. So let's start cooking. We are now going to butterfly our fish before we season it. I have with me over here 400 grams. This is a sea bass. You can use snapper or any fish, no problem at all. First we'll skim off part of the tail part over here. You don't need this. We'll skim off the fins also over here. These two over here as well. And the tail part here. Turn it to the other side. These two. Now we'll butterfly the fish. Of course, you can ask your fishmonger to help you with it. If not, you can just do it this way. Score one cut over here, not through the bones, but until you reach the bones, like this. Simple enough. Then using the edge of the knife, slowly following the bones over here, just make a cut through. And press it down. You can feel the bones actually. And just lift the flesh up while you cut through the flesh. Very simple. You reach this part where the rib cage actually is connected to the bones. So just push it in, crack it like this, and you can be able to cut through the bones. Okay, and then just same thing again, touching the bones, just slice through like this. You'll feel a tut like this, right? And then you just cut it through. Okay, very simple. The fish is pretty much butterflied. Okay, if you want to lay it flatter, then you need to cut through here. And split up the head a little bit. And there you have it. Okay, simple. Now we just score the fish a little. 1 and 2. This will be good. Same for the other side. 1 and 1 more. Now we put the fish aside and I'll show you how I season this. Now we will season the fish. Open up the fish like this. In order not to have any fishiness to your fish, make sure that you clean up all the blood. I have with me over here 1 teaspoon of salt. Just sprinkle some. Rub the salt through the flesh and season it well. Turn it to the other side, do the same. And same for this also. Now we'll apply some soya sauce onto the flesh over here. Just a little bit will be fine. We just want to give it some color. Just a little bit, maybe 1/4 teaspoon or 1/2 teaspoon. After you're done with this, apply a little bit of oil. I'm applying oil onto the fish because I'm cooking this in the oven and I don't really want this to stick onto the pan, although I'll be using a baking paper. Now we flip it, open up the fish. I have with me over here 1/2 tablespoon of chili flakes or chili powder. In Chinese they call this 辣椒面. Just sprinkle this onto the fish. We rub this onto the skin. Using the remaining oil, pour it over the fish and rub it through. Okay, pretty simple. Now we are done with the seasoning. We'll let this season for about 20 minutes. In the meantime, we'll heat up our oven to 200 degrees Celsius. Now we'll prepare the sauce. Heat up a pan. Put in a good amount of oil. For this dish, we need a little bit more oil. Swirl the oil around. Add in 20 grams of young ginger chopped up. Move them around and fry them until fragrant. Once you can start to smell the ginger fragrance, you add in garlic. 5 cloves of garlic chopped. Put it in. Same thing. You just fry until we can really have the aroma out. Keep moving them around. I'm using medium heat now. Don't turn up the heat way too high, otherwise you'll burn this very easily. Add in 2 tablespoons of Sichuan peppercorn. Just need to move them around a little bit. Next, we'll add in 15 dried chili that I've hydrated and cut into small pieces like this. Put them all in. Of course, if you like it to be more spicy or spicier, you can add in more chili, no problem at all. Okay, just move them around. And now we'll add in our xiang la jiang. I'm adding in 2 tablespoons of xiang la jiang. I'll show you how it looks like. This is how xiang la jiang looks like. Okay, we need to fry them up until the oil turns red. If you do not have xiang la jiang, you can always replace this with lao gan ma, also no problem at all. If the heat is too high, feel free to turn it down. When you're cooking this dish, make sure that your windows are really open because otherwise because it's kind of spicy. Right. As you can see, the oil is red in color now. We'll add in water. You add in 1.2 liters of water. Add in also 1 chicken stock cube. And add in also 1 teaspoon of sugar. Give it a stir. And we'll cover this and let this cook for approximately 10 minutes. While waiting for the sauce to come to a boil, we'll bake our fish 200 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes. The fish is already done. We'll remove it from the oven and we'll start to assemble the dish. Now we'll prepare a dish. Inside a casserole, we add in some raw potatoes. I have with me over here 2 medium potatoes sliced thinly like this. Just spread them out. Next, we'll add in our enoki mushroom, 300 grams of enoki mushroom. Same thing, spread them out. You can of course use any mushroom that you want, no problem at all. In fact, you can add any ingredients to this dish. If you like beancurd, add in beancurd. If you like tofu, add in tofu, no problem at all. Next, I'll add in my soya bean sprout. I blanched this already because I don't want the taste of the bean sprout to be transferred into the soup. Also sort of spread them out. Lots of greens, I love this. Next, we'll add in our fish. Slowly slide it in the middle like this. I'm adding in now sweet potato vermicelli. If you are using glass noodles, please do this after the water is boiling. The weight of this is 50 grams pre-soak. So I just lay them down like this. So now all we have to do is pour the sauce over the dish. And we turn the heat on and let this come to a boil. After it comes to a boil, we'll boil this for a further 5 to 8 minutes. It has been boiling for 6 minutes already. Look at how beautiful this dish is. The dish is done. Time for our lunch. And now the dish is done. Let's have a taste. I'll try the fish first. Very flavorful. The enoki mushroom cooked very well, and of course the sweet potato vermicelli. The numbness, the spiciness, just right for me. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you like our video. Do click like on our video and do subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching. Wow,